Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anang Kurniawan, and today I'm gonna bring you a topic about world table manner. Let's go. So, at first, in the UK, the host or the hostess takes the first bite unless he or she instruct otherwise. The host begin after all food is served and everyone is seated. Food should always be tasted before salt and pepper are added. Applying condiment or seasoning before the food is tasted is viewed as an insult to the cook, as it shows a lack of faith in his or her ability to prepare a meal. In religious household, a family meal may commence with saying grace, or at dinner parties, the guests might begin the meals by offering some favorable comments on the food and thanks to the host. In the group dining situations, it is considered impolite to begin eating before all of the group have been served their food and ready to start. Next, we have India. In our setting, the host requests the guest to start the meal. Similarly, one should not leave the table before the host or the eldest person finish his or her food. It is also considered impolite to leave the table without asking for the host or the eldest permissions. Normally, whoever completes first will wait for others, and after everybody is finished, all leave the table. The cardinal rules of the dining is to use the right hands when eating or receiving food. Hand washing, both cardinal rules of dining is to use the right hand when eating or receiving food. Hand washing, both before sitting at the table and after eating, is important. Cleaning with cloth or paper tissue may be considered unhygienic. Small amount of foods are taken, ensuring that food does not reach the palms. It is considered important to finish each item on the plate out of respect for the food served. Traditionally, food should be eaten as it is served, without asking for salt or pepper. It is, however, now acceptable to ask for salt or pepper with a mention that you like more of it. Distorting or playing with food is unacceptable. Eating at a medium pace is important, as eating too slowly may playing with food is unacceptable. Eating at a medium pace is important, as eating too slowly may imply dislike of the food and eating too quickly is rude. Generally, it is not acceptable to burp, slurp, or spit. Starting at another diner plate is taken as being rude. It is inappropriate to make sounds while chewing. Certainly, Indian food item can create sound, so it is important to close the mouth and chew at a medium pace. In China, sitting and serving custom play important roles in Chinese dining etiquette. For example, the diners should not sit down or begin to eat before the host or guest of honor has done so. When everyone is seated, the host offers to pour tea, beginning with a cup of the eldest person. The youngest person is served last as a gesture of respect for the elders. Just as in Western cultures, communal utensil person is served last as a gesture of respect for the elders. Just as in Western culture, communal utensils, or like chopstick and spoons, are used to bring food from communal dishes to an individual own bowl or plate. It is considered rude and unhygienic for a dinner to use his or her own chopstick to pick up food from communal plates and bowl when such utensils are present. Other potentially rude behavior with chopstick include playing with them, separating them in many ways. such as holding one in each hand, pursing food with them, or standing them vertically in the plate of food. A rice bowl may be lifted with one hand to scoop rice into the mouth with chopstick. It is also considered rude to look for a piece one would prefer on the plate instead of picking up the piece that is closest to the dinner as a symbol of fairness and sharing to the others. The last piece of food on a communal dish is never served to oneself without asking for permission. When offered the last bite of food, it is considered rude to refuse the other or the offer. It is considered features for dinners not to leave any bit of food on their plate or bowl. Condiments such as soy sauce or duck sauce may not be routinely provided as highly quality restaurant. The assumption is that perfectly prepared for food needs no condiments at and the quality of the food can be best appreciated. And last but not least, South Korea. In formal setting, a meal is common when the eldest or the most senior dinner at the table partakes of any of the food on the table. Before partaking, intentions to enjoy their meal should be expressed. Similarly, satisfactions or enjoyness of that meal should be expressed at its completion. On occasions, there are some dishes which require additional cooking or serving at the table, and in this case, the youngest or the lower ranked or non-child dinner should perform this task. When serving, dinners are served to the youngest or meal, including and beverages, water, tea, or alcohol. In descending order, starting with the eldest or highest ranked dinner to the youngest or lowest ranked. Usually, dinners will have one bowl of soup on the right with one bowl of rice to itself. Alternatively, soup may be served in one large communal pot to be consumed directly or ladled into individual bowls. Dining utensils will include one pair of chopsticks and one spoon. Common chopstick etiquette should be followed, but rice is generally eaten with the spoon instead of chopstick, as eating rice with your chopstick is considered rude. Often, some form of protein instead, like a meat, poultry, or fish, will be served as the main course and placed at the center of the table within reach of the dinners. Bachan or small dishes of food served along with cooked rice will also be distributed throughout the table. If eaten with spoons, bachan is placed on the spoonful of rice before entering the mouth, and with chopstick, however, it is fed to the young directly. The last piece of fruit on a communal dish should not be served to oneself without first asking for permission. But in offered the last bite of food in communal dish, it is considered rude to refuse to the other or other. Bowl or fish or rice or shop or soup should not be picked up off the table while dining. Exception for large bowl of noodles soup. Slurping while eating noodles and soup is generally acceptable. It is not uncommon to chew with mouth open. Well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for following me until today. My name is Anang Kurniawan and I will see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.